Today's best music.
Magic 89.9.
I mean, it's funny because like it's so interesting.
It's okay. You can brag. It's fine.
No, I'm so interested that Mia has a moment because like I can't remember like a single moment where it was just like this is it.
Her entire career was a high.
Huh?
Your entire career.
It was so great the entire time, obviously.
Hey, come on, man. I mean, you reported for the UAP for Ateneo for what, 3 years? You were one of the few, if I'm not, was it 2 or 3 years?
No. I only did 2 there. I was one of the few who I did. My first year I was a senior, and then my second year I wasn't a student anymore.
That's the rare part because I don't think we've ever done that again or even before that. I may be wrong. I'm no UAP expert. Oh yeah, that's right. Gretchen, my other TV partner. My other TV partner. That's right. But it was very rare to have courtside reporters who were not from the school anymore. So that's UAP, big deal. PBA, big deal. FHM, big deal. So.
Yeah, I mean, also like my last couple of years working with Andy, I think we had hit a point in because like I don't know if people remember this, but when Andy and I first started, we had never met each other. Like we were not like friends who just decided to start a radio show. Like we were strangers. I think we finally felt like we got into our groove like a couple of years, like probably a year or two into that whole thing. And I think probably for me and I'm applying this backwards. I have no actual memory of like this is it, but I think
yeah. Right. Please, yes.
Probably the last couple of years, as I had gotten like into the group of the PBA. I mean, we were working all the time, and I think that getting into the group of like how do I pair up my schedule, working for doing this certain days of the week and then Magic 4 or 5 days a week, and just like getting into the group of that felt like there were moments where like I would run on a Sunday, we would go to church or whatever, have quick lunch with my family, and I'd be like driving away from my Lola's house and do I have the right shoes? And it's just like and just like I think that was probably for me like I'm working like I am. This is my life. Like this is it. Without really realizing that that's what that was. But looking back, like I've never worked 7 days a week at that level ever since. It's just now I'm like I like weekends. They're great.
Jessica was a courtside reporter when I could only dream of being.
I didn't even I mean you know this. Before I started, I didn't even know basketball. Crazy.
Right.
Yeah, me too.
No,
me too.
No, you know why I asked that. I knew I didn't know what you guys were gonna answer, but I like that you made that point, Jessica, because I think obviously now that I look back at my career, and it's a great time to look back because I don't have a TV station right now. My TV station just got shut down. So my sportscasting career is probably over already by force. Yeah. So yeah, I'm laughing at it now. I'll cry later when we turn the call off.
Hurts.
But it's funny how the younger guys, whether they're guys or girls, and I've gotten comments, and I don't mean to make this part of the show about myself, but I've gotten comments about that's the life I want to live. Remember, Jessica and Mia, people would see me, and Mia knows this. I don't sleep. I am attending to this and all that. And I don't say that proudly, by the way. It's not something like I'm, hey man, I'm like, no. I mean, it's partly necessity. It's partly it's a passion. Partly and people I've had exposure to younger college dudes who would go through the audition process and actually hear that from them and say that, oh, that's the lifestyle I want to live. You're working 24/7 and you're attending to so many things. You're running from one place to another. And in Manila traffic, that's not anymore such a great thing, as opposed to back in the day. And then when you get a little older and with benefit of hindsight and, benefit of perception, obviously you're thinking, That's what you think. But I understand what they say also, because that's part of earning your wings. That's part of making your name. And then you get to a point where and I told Jessica this and I told Mia this, where you already, oh, hell no, I am staying home. Oh no, I'm going to be drinking with my friends. I'm going to be, I'm going to do my own stuff, spending obviously a lot of my time out of the country with my wife in different countries and all that. So again, and then you realize, man, I worked myself to the ground back in the day. I mean, to a certain extent still now, when I'm here in the country, but
I've never heard you say my wife before. I'm so excited.
yeah, well, I'm a little worried that after this show she might, file for whatever. But but you know what I'm saying. I mean, when you look back at all of that, I loved that phase of mine, and I still go through it every now and then. And I know what Jessica was saying, because you have to earn your wings, but sometimes the proving part, it has to end. You got to get time to yourself. And to a certain degree, this lockdown, helped me to focus on certain things. Unfortunately, obviously, I haven't seen my wife in 4 months, and that's the problem, because we got locked down. We separated after the whole thing, but not separated, just in case, but physically. So I see where, and this is why I asked the question, where the whole, peak thing and all that. Okay, one last question.
Wait, before you go there,
Go ahead.
The difference, I mean, another way to look at it also is like you guys are talking about like earning your stripes and your wings and whatnot, but the intention of going into it also, like you went into broadcasting for very different reasons as maybe someone who wants your lifestyle.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, we had a UFC fighter who came to visit in the Philippines, and he had said how much the sport has changed because you have these new and upcoming fighters who are coming in for the prize money, or they're coming in for the fame and the Twitter followers. Wherein when he started back in the day, it was for the sport, for the love of the sport. And that's why he's gotten to where he's at. So again, I think it also comes down to the reason why you even started broadcasting.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you guys know me. I never cared about that stuff. I do what I do because I guess it gets me going. It's what I love. I like just, biting down on that mouthpiece and just doing whatever it is that I wanted to do, regardless of what other people would say, not to get any kind of, followers or anything like that. It was just because I loved it from the very start. And I think that's the benefit of starting my career without social media. I started that way. So by the time social media came to me, that was an add-on. It wasn't what defined me or what I needed for validation. It was an add-on. I'll use it for work. I won't let it use me. I'll use it for work. That's always my stand.
The topless photos was for work.
Yeah, obviously.
You can like the work and also like the social media fame.
I'm sorry. What was that again?
I said you can love the work and also like really love the fame and the social media stuff that comes with it. Like they're not always mutually exclusive.
Mutually exclusive, yeah. It's just a degree, I guess, that which do you love more? Which